Hi, folks. It's Musicalist here, and welcome back to our stream stream for live stream for E3. Today's the second day before E3, and of course, I'm super excited. So today we have Koch Media and IGN Expo. Those are two of our big live streams today. So as you guys know, Clutch Media is something that I promised I stream myself, and later on today, when it gets closer to that time, I will text Ethan and to let him know so he can join aboard for the stream for IGN Expo, as we will be reacting to that together. So you'll have at least a 2-hour live stream from us today, probably the longest one we've done in a while. Oh, hey, Joshua. Ethan isn't here just yet. Yeah. He'll be joining us about an hour later. But welcome, dude. Today we're doing Koch Primetime. Koch is the owner of Deep Silver, someone who's worked with Sega before, in Atlas. So of course I got to tune in for anything related to that. And I'm curious to see what else they're up to. And then later on today, we will be doing IGN Expo with Ethan, and I'll text him a little bit earlier. Small update for you guys. Unfortunately, Ethan and I are having some technical issues with Final Fantasy Remake Intergrad, so we will not be doing that live stream until further notice. Sorry, guys. But we will still do Ratchet and Clank. And Final Fantasy will be saved for another day, but for the time being, we can't do that one. Sorry, guys. Thanks for the understanding, Joshua. It's appreciated. But yeah, 4 minutes before Koch Media starts, and then tomorrow is going to be a busy day for yours truly. I got so many live streams tomorrow to do. I got the Wholesome Direct, the Glow Collective Day 2, Ubisoft later that day. Sheesh, Maweesh, I'm not going to have any lay down time for this, aren't I? All right, 50 seconds before this thing starts. Ugh. Whoa, 6 viewers. Sheesh. We're starting to get popular here. That's actually a good thing. Welcome, everybody. And I don't buy. Come on, chat with us. But with us, we'll not. I would love to talk with y'all. All right, here we go.
Hello there, guys. My name is Opal Cadman, and welcome. Today, I have 3 main tasks. The first one is to introduce you to Koch Media's brand new premium gaming label. Number 2 is to take a deep dive into some of the games coming to that label. And finally, number 3 is to show you what the new label will be getting up to in the streaming world. I want to welcome streamers who are co-streaming this today. Some of you guys are guys who I have looked up to and watched for many years. And speaking of people who I've looked up to for many years, I am so proud to introduce Jeff Keighley, who will be helping me co-host us through this entire list of games. Jeff, how's it going?
Thanks, Opal. It is so great to be
Hi, Jeff.
the first ever live stream from Prime Matter. I was honored yesterday to reveal the label to the world at the Summer Game Fest kickoff event. And wow, you've got a lot of games there in that sizzle, over a dozen games. So I know today you're going to go a little bit more in depth to talk about all these games, talk to a lot of the developers. But for those of you that might have missed it yesterday or just want to see it again, let's kick things off with a look at that announcement sizzle reel for Prime Matter.
Okay, so we saw this yesterday at the Game did I say Game Awards? I'm at Summer Game Fest.
What it all means. Let's begin.
Jeff Keighley? No, I'm pretty sure he's talked with Sega a couple times, but no, he hasn't worked with Sega before. Altos Media, who owns Deep Silver, which is who is live streaming this. They've helped out with Atlas and Sega before. In fact, they've published several Atlas games in Europe, and they'll also be, and they also helped out with Shenmue. So yeah.
Is that who you are?
My purpose makes me who I am.
I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile.
Being relied on to succeed where others would fail.
Yes, guys, you just saw 12 games and counting. And that's just the start for Prime Matter. But before we get into these incredible games, what I like to call the juicy bits, I want to talk to you about what Prime Matter is and who we are. Prime Matter is the new premium gaming label of Koch Media. It dedicates itself to delivering a range of immersive and diverse games from amazing development talent all around the globe. It highlights the varied influences of global studios and their different approaches to game making. The new label will lead through creativity and expression with games that enthrall players with larger-than-life storytelling, create incredible moments, and above all, they're fun. The team behind Prime Matter is a melting pot of incredible talent, led by seasoned industry veterans and complemented by a young, fresh, dynamic team of multicultural gaming experts. The team behind are gamers at heart, working with such a wide range of passionate developers producing games together by gamers for gamers. And that being said, for all you keen-eyed individuals out there, you would have seen that one game was actually missing in our 12-game lineup for Prime Matter during the video. That is a game that comes from the Embracer family itself. Jeff got to sit down with Todd Hollinshead and talk all about Painkiller.
All right, you saw the news yesterday. Yes, there is a new Painkiller coming, and Todd is joining me now to maybe give us a few more details. I know this is kind of a fresh project for the team at Saber, and you guys, first of all, I love that you and Tim Willits are there, continuing to build out.
Okay, so this guy, you guys going to talk more about Painkiller, which we also heard about yesterday at the Summer Game Fest.
Probably 15 years ago at this point.
Yeah, it's been a while. Closer to two decades than one.
My God. All right. Well, but it's one of those classic games. Let me ask you, from a Prime Matter perspective, you've been in the industry like me all those years, and we remember that game. Why was this a franchise that you guys wanted to sort of bring back?
Well, Painkiller, when I played it back in the early 2000s, this was a game that had, it was dark, a little twisted, intense, cool guns. These are the things that, kind of hit the nail on the head of what appeals to me in a video game, both as, as a fan and then also as a publisher at Saber. So, we're hoping to capture those same sort of elements and bring those into the new game.
Yeah, you guys are certainly masters of doing shooters from all your time at id, and Painkiller does have a lot of that DNA of fast-paced action with a little bit of a twist to it, and the fact you guys are working with Prime Matter is also exciting. Brand new publisher, brand new label. What do you think of the fact that they're doing this label, and it's such a diverse lineup of companies and partners around it? I know you guys work with a lot of publishers, but it's pretty exciting to see a new label announced. It doesn't happen every day.
No, it doesn't. And I think that within the Embracer Group, it's just a business that is growing. We've got great leadership at the top, and so Koch Media is wanting to expand their publishing. And I think that the name they chose, Prime Matter, it's sort of like the primordial soup of putting together stuff from nothing. So it kind of makes me think of this is what we do when we make video games. You start with Pixel Zero, and then at the end of the day, you make a game. So I feel like that that kind of resonates with hopefully the type of experiences that we're going to be providing. Not just within Prime Matter and working with them between Saber and our partnership, but across the Embracer Group as well.
Yeah, no, it sounds like they have a lot of games in development. The fact that you are bringing back Painkiller is really exciting, and I know fans, of course, want to know a little bit about what's the game going to look, how's it going to play. Probably can't share a lot of details about it, but you're kind of in the early stages of development now on this.
Yeah, super early, and if anything that I would share, I'd probably get assassinated for back home once I got back to the developer, because all these the first stuff that comes out almost always gets sort of iterated on and changed, and so we're trying to keep the lid on the details until we have something that's going to be really awesome to show.
All right, well, we will be waiting for it, and we know with you involved, it's going to be something very special, fast-paced action, I have no doubt. So, new Painkiller coming soon from the team at Saber, published by Prime Matter. Thanks, Todd.
Thanks, Jeff.
I really can't wait to hear more about Painkiller and the fact that Todd and Tim and the team at Saber are working on it. I think we're going to get something pretty special when they are ready to share more. So, exciting stuff in that sizzle reel, Painkiller, Payday, but I know there's a lot more we're here to talk about today as well, right, Opal?
Actually, Prime Matter has 12 games under development right at this minute. We're so excited to show you guys what us and the developers have been up to. However, before you see some of the content that we show you today, I do have to make it clear that some of this is pre-alpha, alpha, high-level concept, and some of it is about to release right around the corner. So please keep that in mind when you're viewing today's show. That being said, how do you guys feel about a psychedelic third-person survival horror game set on what it means to go on a journey about self-enlightenment and what happens when it all goes wrong? I got to speak with the developers of the Chant work in progress title about their game and who they are.
Our game is about a group of people who go to a spiritual retreat to seek enlightenment, and they basically get a little more than they bargained for. And your character has to deal with her own personal issues as well as the cosmic terrors that become awakened.
Cool. So, what type of genre is this game?
And it's a bit hard to pin down with the with all the different influences and styles of gameplay, but I'd say we're probably a survival action horror game.
Okay. Cool.
A survival action horror game.
What was the thinking behind that genre?
Interesting.
Is it something that you guys like, or is it just it came left field? What's your decision behind that?
Personally, we always wanted to make a horror game. A big part of our core team have a background in third-person sandbox games, and we really wanted to combine, action mechanics, deep storytelling, and we felt that the horror genre was a really exciting space to take that background and play around with.
So, kind of sticking with the horror genre, why did you decide to go with that theme? It's not really like normally what you would see, this whole spiritual awakening thing. So, what was the idea behind that?
We thought it was just kind of an interesting territory to explore. There is, there's a lot of influence from that with like folk horror of the 70s and giallo horror and so forth that really inspired us more from a film standpoint. And, taking that kind of aesthetic, something that was very sensational, very colorful, and mixing it in with more action-oriented and exploratory game mechanics, we felt was a fresh take on the horror space.
So, kind of speaking about your inspirations and stuff, what video games, real life media has inspired you to create this title?
Well, going way back when Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Alone in the Dark, Eternal Darkness. So a lot of games are very inspirational to us. Our game actually started off as a game with fixed camera angles and so forth, and then we over the course of development, just especially really focusing on bringing more of an action element to it. We've since switched to an over-the-shoulder camera and haven't looked back.
So, kind of talking about changes and what you guys are doing on the development side, how close is the game to like the original concept? I understand you guys are still developing the game's quite far out, but from your original concept to where the game is now, how much has that differed?
The core story and I'd say the aesthetic and the themes, those all remain intact. I'd say our gameplay, as our team size grew, we added deeper mechanics. I'd say more action to the game. Our game actually has a fair amount of combat in it, especially on the melee side.
Melee side. All right, that sounds sounds interesting. I'll definitely check this out then.
We were a very small team at first. We're still a relatively small team, but every new person that joins, brings something new to the mix. So I'd say on that end, the game has evolved in scope and depth of gameplay.
Awesome. Kind of sticking on that point of, you got a small team, there's a lot of challenges that comes with that. What was the hardest part of making the game so far?
The hardest part was probably trying to make a game that, has, more realistic production values, because that's where our background comes from, on a smaller scale and budget. So for us, we had to be very strategic. Utilizing Unreal, we wouldn't have been able to build this game without utilizing an engine like Unreal. Previously, we had worked on more proprietary technology. And that's also great because, new people that join the team can get up and running on the engine quite quickly. In addition to that, we've been using photogrammetry from the start for both our environments. All of our characters are also scanned actors, and we're using, also tapping into a lot of what's going on in our city. Vancouver has a pretty big film industry, so really tapping into the film and the effects industry and tapping into that area of expertise to just kind of try to do things as efficiently as possible.
So you've mentioned like experience in the past and also kind of how rich Vancouver is. How much does that come in handy when you're working on the game?
Oh, it's been extremely beneficial. Vancouver, is home to a lot of AAA studios. A large portion of us work together at Rockstar and United Front Games, and we also have.
Okay, so these guys have worked with Rockstar.
Worked at the Coalition and
cool.
EA, as well as some smaller independent studios as well. And in addition to that, having the film industry here, where we can utilize local talent. We're working with union actors. We're scanning actors as well that we're using for our characters, and we're actually currently auditioning a couple remaining characters for the game, and as well as doing the finishing touches on our new motion capture studio. So we're going to be doing a full cinematics push over the coming months. That's a really exciting place to be right now.
Awesome. Sounds great. In terms of exciting things, when it comes to this game, what are you most proud of at the minute where you are?
I think the thing I'm the most proud of is just what a small focused team can do when they're all sharing the same goal and vision. As I said earlier, we come from different backgrounds, but everyone's managed to come together and really deliver an amazing amount of work for the team size we have. And it's really exciting to be working on a smaller team again, and just having that kind of energy where you're working with everyone on the team day to day.
Yeah, I imagine that is a lot different to probably what some of you are used to coming from those massive studios. So finally, what are the benefits of signing up with a global publisher like Koch, and also being featured on their brand new label?
It's truly an exciting place to be. We've been kind of pushing our game as far as we could, and this partnership is really helping to provide more reach and more resources, but I think most importantly also just having a partnership on getting feedback and helping to really expand and push the vision of the game. We've already received a lot of feedback on the title, and being a small team, we're often in our own little echo chamber, and even in a short period of time, we've been able to act on a lot of the feedback, and the game has improved considerably since then.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for your time. It's been awesome to talk to you and find out a little bit more about what you guys are going to be offering for the new label. And I can't wait to let gamers finally get their hands on the content. So thank you for your time.
From psychedelic horrors to internet rumors, our next developer created the huge open world of Bohemia and took us on an adventure through the Holy Roman Empire. However, there have been some leaks that this action RPG may have a home on the Switch. Opal sat down with Warhorse Studios to try and get to the bottom of this.
Kingdom Come Deliverance on the Switch. That is quite some news.
Yes, that's true. Kingdom Come Deliverance is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Whoa! That's big news!
In our case, or in this case, actually gamers play an integral part in the story.
What do you mean?
Well, some kind of confusion happened in the end of last year. We Warhorse Studios were preparing the release of the Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition on PlayStation and Xbox, but someone most likely ticked the wrong box in Japan, and it looked like it's going to be released on Switch as well. Of course, by that time, there was nothing existing like that. We were not even thinking about the possibility that Kingdom Come Deliverance could go on the Switch. However, Nintendo took this information, some Japanese media, and then the snowball started rolling. All of a sudden, it was the talk of the day. Kingdom Come Deliverance is releasing on the Switch. But as I said, nothing like that was planned at all, and we didn't even think about that. Now, a few months back, and we think it was still somehow cursing around in the Nintendo database, Nintendo of Spain posted a picture on Twitter where they had different pictures of open world games, and they were promoting already existing open world games on the Nintendo store. And if you clicked on the picture, actually there was nothing like Kingdom Come Deliverance, of course not, because as I said, nothing like that is existing. However, again, it created confusion. People were talking about it again, like, okay, so is it coming? Is it not coming? But for us, actually, and as I said, we didn't think about that until that time. For us, we started to think there's a lot of interest, there's a lot of buzz. People are actually talking about us, reaching out to us, like they seem to want Kingdom Come Deliverance on the Nintendo Switch. So we started to think, and since we are already in the Koch Media family, or the Embracer family, and there's a lot of talented studios, so is Saber Interactive. And who but them would be actually capable of bringing the Kingdom Come Deliverance version on the Switch? So we sat together, and now we are here talking about the Nintendo Switch version of Kingdom Come.
So what you're saying is that a community of gamers made this happen?
More or less, yes. The community feedback we got, of course, was a big drive for this entire project. But this comes from our general background. So think of the Kickstarter project we had in the day. So without the community, there wouldn't be any Warhorse Studios or any Kingdom Come Deliverance. So we always try to be very close to them and working together with them, and even coming up with crazy ideas together with them. So for instance, the Savior Schnapps, our own liquor we created later, was actually a community idea. We have our own beer brand. We recently released a blue brick set, like a building set for Kingdom Come Deliverance buildings. And now one of the latest projects is the Kingdom Come Deliverance soap bar, which should give you the real medieval smell. In that case, I must say medieval smells actually pretty well. And we are coming up with crazy stuff like that all the time. Our next new merchandise project is a Farkle boxed board game, kind of. So Farkle, for those who don't know, that's like a Kingdom Come Deliverance mini game, the dice mini game you can play in the game. And now with Griffon Studios, we are coming up with a boxed version you can get and play Farkle at home against your friends or against your family or whatever. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. But generally, if you're interested in these kind of stuff, just check the Warhorse Studios social media accounts. You get all the information you need there.
Ooh, my favorite. Soapy hot news. Speaking of soapy hot news, how do you feel about Warhorse being under the new label Prime Matter?
It's a huge honor, of course. We were working together with Koch for over 4 years already. In 2019, we then even became part of the entire Embracer family. So that was a big thing. And now being able to take part at the beginning of something new, be there when there's a new label being created, that is a big thing for us. And especially if you consider that we come there as an established partner already, that is really cool. And we are looking forward to a bright future.
Thank you very much, Toby. We cannot see what Warhorse has got cooking. However, until that time, Toby, bye!
So are we. Thank you very much and see you.
From internet rumors back to reality, we will have more on Kingdom Come Deliverance for Switch as we get it.
All right, let's move from RPGs to FPS games. Final Form, which is a working title, is an action-packed sci-fi adventure where you play the role of a humanoid avatar of a sentient spaceship sent on a mission to the edge of the known universe, battle an unstoppable play. The game is still a long ways from completion, but here's a very quick peek at what's in store.
What's this?
Hi, we are Raycon Games, and what you have just seen is the first glimpse of our upcoming game called the Final Form. Final Form is an action-packed, epic sci-fi FPS in which you are a female-formed humanoid machine on a space mission with no return. At the heart of the game is a mystery and alien worlds to explore, but also an adrenaline-fueled combat. In Final Form, it's all about the freedom and power of movement, being a machine unrestrained by human weaknesses. There are numerous abilities and gadgets that come with your robotic body, so you can give yourself away to the fantasy of becoming an unstoppable cybernetic goddess, blazing away in a spectacular ballet of destruction. Raycon is located in Warsaw, Poland,
with additional team members located all over the world. The studio was founded and is managed entirely by game developers. Since the success of Ruiner, we've grown quite substantially. Currently, Raken is over 50 brilliant game creators, and counting. We are not a huge team, but what to do is to evolve together with our projects, constantly finding smarter and better ways to achieve something truly unique. We build our work environment just like we make games, aiming for the best results and personal fulfillment. We strongly believe that the well-being of team members needs to be taken care of first, before we can pour all of that love into a game. The partnership with Koch Media has been very fruitful and inspiring. We're happy to be in the avant-garde of the upcoming new label. We're looking forward to share more on Final Form in the future. And in the meantime, please enjoy the rest of the show and see you around.
I have to say, guys, I love the soundtrack from Final Form. Moving on to our next game, which is just as special. What if you took Lovecraftian and Gagaris themes and mixed it all together with hardcore RPG elements? That's exactly what Massive Work Studios are doing. I got to sit down with their CTO to talk about their game, Dolmen.
Oh, that looks cool.
Let's speak now to Gabriel Ferreira, CTO of Massive Work Studios, who joins us now from Campinas near Sao Paulo in the southeast of Brazil. So, Gabriel, what is Dolmen about?
First of all, it's a pleasure to be here and to participate. Well, so let me tell a little bit about what Dolmen is. Dolmen is that kind of a game where the hero needs to save everyone from an alien threat. Fighting with all kinds of monsters and struggling to keep going forward. Yeah, that's the kind of game that Dolmen is not about. In this game, you actually save the drillers, which is the alien species that live on that planet, but you're going there to help the company's investment. So you're not really the nice guy that's trying to save everyone. It's just a job. But we hope that the players consider the humanity, the greed, the war, the spurs and the challenges that come to mind along with that job. Taking all that part, and yes, Dolmen is also about fighting all kinds of monsters and struggling. After all, it is a hard game. It's a hardcore game. It's inspired on Souls-like, so yes, we're going to die a lot.
Awesome, thank you. So, when thinking about the name Dolmen, obviously you guys went for that for like a very specific reason. What's the thinking behind the name? Why did you go for Dolmen?
So there was many things that came to our mind when describing the name of the game. Dolmen, which means a single chamber tomb, a megalithic tomb. We thought it would be a good word to describe this tomb crystal that we have that is related to that. In many ways, everyone that deals with this crystal in the game is close to bringing problems to everyone that is around. And we want this to be the main piece.
Cool. Awesome. And now I know that people may or may not have heard of Dolmen before, so it is already out there in the world. But how long has it taken to get to this point?
Oh, it's been a long journey since the beginning of the project. We started at late 2016, so it's been almost 5 years now, and probably just a bit more to come out. But and about our journey, it wasn't the support that we had since the beginning. Either our community, the Kickstarters, and you guys, I believe we would not be here right now.
Lovely. How have you been inspired by other games? You mentioned like the Souls-like obviously inspires it. You know, are there other games that inspire you? And also, what games do the teams like?
First of all, regarding inspirations, a lot of games came to us when we were producing the game and when we were first thinking of it. Obviously, we are really passionate and we really love Souls-like games, so Bloodborne, Dark Souls, those games were our main inspirations. But we drew inspirations from all different kind of sources. So we had inspirations in Dead Space, in Mass Effect, and also not only inspirations in other games, but also inspirations in movies and Lovecraftian stories. For example, Alien and Geiger, and those were our main inspirations. About games that we most like and games that our team likes, it's really hard to say because we have a team that ranges from liking Dota to CS and Souls-like games. But what I can really tell you is that everyone of our team is passionate about the project because they love doing what they do, which is a hardcore game.
Yeah, and that makes sense as well when you get hands on Dolmen, all these inspirations that have come in. So the game is set in a sci-fi universe. Is there any specific reason you decided to go down that route? Was there any other routes that you considered at first?
Yeah. Well, the humans are afraid of what they don't know, and the universe has infinite possibilities. There is always something unknown that we can explore in space. So that sci-fi setting really was something that we could use to throw everything that our insane minds could come with. So we wanted to use sci-fi as a tool to reach this goal, to present the player a world of unknown that he can fear and he can enjoy it.
No, absolutely. And while we're kind of on the point of humans and Earth, you guys are based in Brazil, which is awesome. Are there any specific challenges that you face during development because of that, or just in general?
Yeah, there were a lot of challenges that we faced along this 5-year journey. We obviously had to adapt our workflow in these late years. So 2020 and 2021 was a really challenge for us. But it was something that we could adapt well, especially because given that we're based in Brazil, we're not only based in a single location in Brazil. We have people spread across the country. So it was easy enough to overcome that challenge. But there were several challenges since getting development kits and finding people that are really capable of helping us to deliver this amazing game. And that's what we gathered, and that's something that our company appreciates the most and really gives value is the people that we work with. They were really incredible people, and they were really rare over here.
Absolutely, that's really cool. kind of on that theme of development and challenges, given how development and technology often dictates how a game evolves throughout its development, how kind of close are you to the original concept that you guys came up for Dolmen?
Well, there are different point of views on that answer, especially because we started really small. In the journey of the game, for example, it started as a concept from a few friends that get together and they brainstormed it for months, the game. So it diverged in two senses. And one of them, when we first thought of the game is huge and is insane and has a lot of background on it. It has all this universe around it. So a lot of it has been built. So people that loves lore and loves the universe that we are creating, they will have a lot to explore on that side. But the game from its original concept evolved a lot, especially now that we have more tools at our disposal. So on the tech side, it advanced way better than we imagined. Back in 2016, we didn't have all the resources that we have now. So, of course, we made some sacrifices here and there in order to achieve our goal. But we were never happy with satisfied at that point of satisfaction, We want to reach more. At the end of the day, this is also a game and we are having fun, but on top of all, we want to make a brilliant game for the player.
Absolutely. And speaking about like making the game and the development of the game, seeing as you are lead programmer as well, what was the hardest part of making the actual game?
I believe that we could have gone into different options, especially, for example, we could have wanted to make a game that was simpler or smaller or not have that many hours of gameplay. But we decided to go to a hardcore game, even as a first game of our company. So we decided to go full into that challenge. We faced a lot of challenges, as I mentioned previously, but I believe the hardest part of the game was finding the correct professionals and focusing on what we were doing and, keeping yourself focused for 5 years on a single game is something that is challenging for everyone, especially right now. So it was a difficult decision, but we wanted to make that. Regarding programming, and as a programmer, there's a lot of that I could keep talking and talking about. What is the harder? Multiplayer is always challenging, but finding that balancing fit, so the game that is not unfair, but is hard. So we wanted to aim hard for players. So this was really something that was hard.
So you mentioned like 5 years of development, which is a crazy long time. How have you kept yourself motivated? How have the team kept themselves motivated?
I won't say that it was easy, because it wasn't. But I would say that most of all, we were always having these meetings in order to play the game. Even now that we are remote, we keep getting up every day and making a meeting and showcasing what we are doing and working alongside each one of us. Also, a lot of things that happened before COVID was the events. The events always made us super happy. So showcasing the game to everyone and getting the players to play the game and see how they react, it was something incredible for us. It really made us feel proud of what we were doing.
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely. I feel like everyone's missing that event feeling, right? When you actually get to see people on the games and you're like, oh wow, everyone's loving our games. I think it's something that everyone is missing, definitely. Speaking of kind of motivation and happy times, what are you most proud of this game? What have you guys worked on that you're like, yeah, we did that?
I believe that the universe that we created is amazing. It has a lot of background from it. So, for example, we even made some comics for it that we prepared. We have a lot of story, some crazy cinematics. So we're really proud of the universe that we created and this game that we made. And achieving what we did, it is what makes us feel proud. And now that we have partnered with you, getting to expand that universe and getting to get closer to our original concept and what we meant for it, that is something that makes us really happy.
Awesome. Speaking of partnership with us, what are the benefits of signing up with a global publisher like Koch on their brand new label?
That's really an amazing feeling for us. Koch really helped us and takes care of the operation that we couldn't make it for ourselves. They have an amazing team of QA localization, so you can reach different countries and players everywhere. We have a great producer that worked with us, helping us reach our goals and really deliver the game that we want. And without Koch opened the doors for us on that sense. And being part of this new label is a great opportunity for us, and also to know other game developers and expand the game community. And and to meet you as well. We really thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely. We are so happy to have you guys on board. And more importantly, I am so excited to actually let people play this game at some point under this new label. So thank you so much for your time, Gabrielle. It's been awesome talking to you. And yeah, let's release Dolmen at some point under the new label. Thank you for your time and see you later.
Thank you. See you.
Now, the first title from Prime Matter will be the beautiful, highly anticipated King's Bounty 2. We have a first look at the gameplay trailer, and then Opal got a chance to sit down and talk with CEO Nikolai Baryshnikov.
The balance is off. Our land, Nostria, dances on the knife's edge of fate.
Alright guys, I will be right back. I gotta call Ethan to make sure he gets all set up for the stream here, and then I will be right back.
Now the burden of the crown falls onto me. Nostria was flourishing, but there is unrest.
Yeah, that was a pretty long interview. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to IGN stream since it's almost time. So okay, so let's head over to
USAAs who make the most of their space and money. That's why we make it easy to cover the stuff you love for as little as 33 cents a day. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
Walking simulator, so let's start a quest. During your investigation, you'll interrogate a community of unique suspects, each with their own personalities, motivations, secrets, relationships.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Of course, we'll soon discover we're in a Groundhog Day-style time loop, which we can cleverly exploit by talking to them, winding back time, then talking to them again, and using knowledge you couldn't possibly have had the first time round. But for now, let's talk to Decius.
You there. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate today. But I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
Decius is an unscrupulous Roman merchant. Right now, he's asking us to help him get a mythical golden bow from the shrine of the goddess Diana by replacing it with this fake substitute. He definitely seems a little shady, but getting this bow seems worth the risk. Let's move towards Diana's shrine. As some of you may know, the goddess Diana, who the Greeks called Artemis, was the goddess of the hunt and famously carried a golden bow. And we are going to steal that bow. It seems that some hornets have decided to make a nest here. Hornets are dangerous, of course, but we'll be in and out of here so quickly it probably won't be a problem. So, Decius said we need to extinguish the braziers before taking the bow. Let's do that. Now, we can safely take the bow. That was a little too easy. Now, back to Decius.
Okay, I'm back, guys. And guess who I have with me?
Hey, subscriber. DC10 here. I'll be there in a second.
Yeah, give Ethan a sec. He's just logging on to his laptop this time. Yeah, so he can actually have a camera, because yesterday's live stream, his phone battery got drained almost completely.
Yeah, so I figured just to the left and see how that works out.
Follow the voice's instructions.
Yeah, that should work out a lot better than, you know.
Yeah, that's a long life.
Looks like our only way out.
Yeah, so, Clinch Video went pretty good. It was mostly interviews, but I would say it was a pretty decent stream. Also, Kingdom Deliverance is coming to Switch.
Which one?
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh,
Yeah, that one's been officially confirmed to Switch, although that was actually a mistake. So the thing was kind of forced to. Someone hit the wrong checkbox at the headquarters. Yep. But yeah. You still got about 10 minutes, buddy. So hopefully you'll get in there soon.
Yep, for sure.
So tomorrow starts E3 officially. Is everybody excited?
Oh, hopefully everybody will be excited, man.
I know I am excited. How about you, Joshua? Are you excited? But I'm super hyped. I really can't wait to see what Nintendo's up to because we haven't heard from those guys in a long time.
Oh yeah. Yep. And even last character for Truth Central last was now like I believe or maybe not.
February.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I would at least say let's hope they got us more surprise later.
Oh.
Huh?
No, what were you saying?
I hope they got more surprises for later.
Same here. Same here. Let me see.
Looks like we've escaped the cave and found our way into.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Who knows what is awaiting us next?
So, did you get the link I sent you? Sorry, guys. I'm talking to Ethan to make sure he gets in okay.
Well, right now,
Series X, PS4, PS5, and Switch.
The computer
virus notified when it's out. Please wishlist on Steam.
Yeah, gotcha.
Unraveling the mysteries.
Take your time, buddy. Take your time. You got 8 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be Ethan's day off, so he will be joining us for a majority of for pretty much all of tomorrow. So he's gonna be pretty much off. So all day tomorrow, it's just me.
Yep. But yeah, just a heads up, guys. Let's see what happens, but I might have some surprises in the next 3. Just a heads up, Like I always told you right before, but I just might have another surprise for you people.
Oh, okay then. Okay. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see that then.
Oh yeah, but we'll be in the camera though, so we'll just be like in the voice gallery.
Unfortunately, yes, I know. It's taken a while to get us that camera, but blame Sony for making the PlayStation 5 camera $59 just like last time. You think they learned a lesson? Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I know, man.
It's a blast to use, but sadly it's one of the.
Oh well, you can't win them all. I always say that.
No, not at all, man.
World War Z does distinguish itself in its choice of settings, at least.
All right, how you doing on the setup? What? Oh, okay. How you doing on the setup side?
I'm doing all right. Right now, the virus is almost done.
Okay.
Trampling over each other in a fit of relentless motion is visually fascinating. Seeing swarms of zombies just to get up to your location is a sight to see, especially since it's a staple of the World War Z movie universe and one that helps it stand out from other zombie shooters. World War Z is very keen on making sure you're playing with actual human players. If you're down even one person, you'll be teamed up with a bot. And just like in Left 4 Dead, these AI dummies have a bad habit of straying too far from the team, getting stuck, and being left behind in certain rooms. That said, the zombie AI feels right and responsive, especially during stealthy moments. A missed headshot from your pistol can alert nearby enemies. One notable area where adds to Valve's tried and true favorites is a class and progression system that lets you specialize in certain areas like gun damage, melee, explosives, or even medic and level up their abilities.
What you doing, bud?
Classes are minimal.
I'm still waiting for the virus.
Okay.
But they also assign an unchangeable special item that helps set your role within your group, which is especially important on higher difficulties. Testing out different special items and upgrading them is alluring at first, but the appeal is slowly lost when it becomes a grind to unlock something like an increase in the blast radius of C4. A lack of cloud saves on PC makes it harder to commit to the long grind. But because all 11 missions can be completed in a swift 5 hours, the expectation of playing with improved weapons and increasing the difficulty sadly doesn't hold for too long. There are only so many times you can wait for the boat to reel in or escort the bus and survivors before it gets overly repetitive. The enormous hordes of zombies in World War Z felt a little less calculated and more unpredictable. Like the undead in Left 4 Dead, perhaps replaying levels would feel more diverse.
Alright, completely done. Now I'm just gonna try to go in right now.
Okay.
The cool twist is that zombie swarms occasionally run through maps when you're playing deathmatch.
Very good.
Surprisingly, that's not a nuisance, but also
Yep, it's in Gmail. Email. The subject line is tomorrow's stream.
The finest way to experience World War Z is to fire up your microphone and find yourself a four-person.
Once Ethan's in, guys, I'm going to let him go on here. So.
The roots of its very clear inspiration. Not a whole lot of variety when it comes to the missions, the special zombies, or the weapons. What is there works and is enough to fill the Left 4 Dead shaped hole in our hearts for a little while at least. Thanks for watching. For more recent reviews, check out our reviews of Mortal Kombat 11 and Elder Scrolls Blades. And for everything else, stick with us right here at IGN. As a rule, portal guns make everything better. In the case of Splitgate Arena Warfare, the ability for every player to place two ends of a teleporter turns an otherwise average arena shooter into a smart, tactical, team-based game in which outthinking your opponents is more important than outgunning them. It just doesn't do a great job of putting its best maps in the forefront for new players, which may be contributing to a downward spiral of problems stemming from low server populations. It deserves better. You start each 4v4 round with domination, king of the hill, or team deathmatch with a portal gun that can place two portals on shiny blue surfaces spread around the map, allowing you to instantly pass between them or even shoot through one to hit an enemy standing near the other. It's more than just a gimmick, because these portals give you far more tactical options than in your average arena shooter. You can flank enemies, escape danger, or just reposition to a better vantage point, even with marked positioning. Adding a portal gun to what would have been a mediocre arena shooter is an inspired move, because otherwise all of these low recoil weapons are uninspired analogs to guns that have appeared in other arena shooters, spacing them apart. The large multi-level maps have lots of elevated buildings and platforms that you can reach by holding space to activate your jetpack, but they too are mostly forgettable. It's satisfying when you can predict an enemy's movements, setting up your portals to get an easy kill. If you see an enemy heading for a control point, placing one portal in a safe spot and another overlooking the point will set up an ambush for when they arrive.
What'd you say? Okay.
You can shoot and pass through enemy as another set of decisions to make. If you jump through, you might be walking into a trap, or you might come out behind a straggler. Enemy portals flash when the other team is next to one of them, which is your cue to squeeze the trigger blindly. It's a smart way to stop players from camping in one spot. The way Splitgate encourages you to play the objective is clever too. Away from Deathmatch and Free-For-All, which have their own ranked playlists, getting bodies on a control point is often a bigger factor than landing headshots. Your ranking is based purely on wins and losses, which stops players peeling off and doing their own thing. What ends up sapping a lot of Splitgate's momentum is the fact that the maps look bland.
What? Yep, that's it.
It's fun on King of the Hill, but on Domination it simply doesn't work as well because the middle point is so exposed, which means it rarely changes hands. Splitgate also limits the maps you'll see in your first 10 hours or so outside of custom games, and the same ones crop up over and over again in ranked play for far too long.
I'll let you go as soon as I see you on the
Include
screen.
all the arenas from the start, because those higher level maps are the most interesting ones. Highwind is one of the best. It's a collection of pagodas with sloped roofs set against this patchy, and a few times the frame rate dropped for no apparent reason, causing unfair deaths. In several fights, both players died at exactly the same time, which shouldn't really happen unless you're dueling with guns that fire slow-moving projectiles. Perhaps because of these issues, Splitgate's player count now regularly dips below 1,000 concurrent players. That's too few to consistently create evenly matched teams in ranked play, and one side will often steamroll their opponents, causing one or more players to quit, which makes it even less fun for the losing side.
Are you in the
also
studio?
As long as 5 minutes to find your next game, and sometimes matches are canceled because too few players join, which kicks you back to the menu. But Splitgate is fun enough that its matches are worth waiting for, even if you have to re-queue multiple times. Splitgate's portal guns turn what would have been a forgettable arena shooter into one of the smartest in years. It's let down by its drab maps that repeat too often in the first hours, and its current lack of players can make it hard to find an evenly matched game if you haven't brought your own teams. But it's fun, free, and its microtransactions are purely cosmetic. Most importantly, it proves that portals aren't just for puzzle games. They're at home in competitive shooters too. For more, check out 5 minutes of gameplay. And for other multiplayer games, check out our reviews of Mordau and World War Z. And for everything else, stick with us right here at IGN.
Okay, I just got.
Just in time, bud.
How's it going so far?
Going good. You just made it in time. They just started.
Let's see how this works, because, like I said, see how this goes.
All right, here we go, guys.
This year, we've condensed a metric ton of fresh trailers and never-before-seen gameplay into one sleek package. It's IGN Expo, and you're about to attend. Don't worry, there's no ticket price, barring whatever you're already paying for your internet connection. This is our special corner of the summer, and our chance to show off all the unique games that make up the greater gaming cosmos. So buckle in, because here come more games than you can shake a joystick at. IGN Expo starts now.
Exclusive. Okay, here we go.
What is this? Doesn't look familiar though.
Doesn't look familiar.
Oh, what's that? We got a change of weapon already? Huh. Oh, I see. Okay, that doesn't look familiar.
Mortal Shell.
Okay,
Coming
so
to
this.
the PlayStation 4, 5, and the Xbox systems.
Very nice. That's not something I'm hyped for yet, anyways.
Obviously.
Ladies and gentlemen, to our very own IGN Expo. Now, this right here is the chillest place to be during this hot summer of gaming. See the way we're dressed? We're clearly here to have a good time. I'm Akeem Lawance, joined by my festive buddy, Brian Altano. For the next hour, we're going to be bringing you exclusive first looks at upcoming video games that'll likely leave blisters on your thumbs from the sheer thought of playing them, Brian.
It's physically impossible to get blisters on your thumbs from thinking about something, but, you know, I believe in you. Your heart's in the right place. By all means, continue.
Brian, look, I got to tell you, man, you don't tell me what's physically impossible, baby. Tell me about the games. You know, we're smack dab in the middle of summer gaming, IGN's all summer long game operation, celebration. Now, yesterday, y'all saw Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest kickoff live. Tomorrow is the start of our E3 2021 coverage, and this, right now, this thing that you're experiencing right now is our very own IGN Expo.
I didn't get an echo machine. Did they know you were this? Anyway, I'll tell you a little bit about the games. But first, just a teaser. You just got to look at the brand new Mortal Shell, the Virtuous Cycle DLC. And coming up, we've got numerous trailer reveals of upcoming titles, DLC, announcements, developer walkthroughs, and so much more. I'm actually not sure if we're allowed to spoil the surprise for you all. So let's just jump right into it and show you some exclusive game footage from Creed.
Games!
World premiere. Creed. Ooh, this looks interesting.
Looks like a boxing game.
Actually, I think it's wrestling.
Well, I'd say only got the boxing gloves.
Oh, gotcha.
So it must be like a boxing game. That should be nice.
We don't get that many boxing games nowadays.
Oh, thank you. I would definitely want like a boxing game, all right. Well, let's see.
Bigger heads. Well, duh! It's all the biggest rumble of the year.
This is actually one of the interesting games I've seen in a while.
Big Rumble Creed Heroes coming to all platforms, including the Switch.
Oh, I'm interested, but too bad I'm not gonna be able to pre-order that yet. But it is interesting.
It's sadly coming September 3rd, so unfortunately it looks like this one's on the backlog.
But it is interesting. I will keep this in mind.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be interested in playing that one too.
I definitely mean a boxing game, that's for sure.
Oh, you and I both. No offense to Punch Out, but we're not going to get a new Punch Out for a while, so yeah. So what's this game?
That's incredible, Chef. You always impress me. Well, did you really think that you could come to this island without getting a little dirty? That
Oh
investigation,
boy.
this personal mission that brought you here, you know it's nothing but pain and madness. I know it's not so far from what's already in your mind. Once the truth is revealed, will it help? Watch your step, Sherlock. This quest might soil more than your shoes. You're not ready for this investigation.
Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Woohoo! Coming to Steam, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Xbox systems. World premiere!
We're getting interesting games this time around, finally. Oh, finally, about
I'm
time.
definitely interested in that one. Anything related to Sherlock Holmes, I'm definitely interested in too.
Ah, finally. Oh man. I was getting I was hoping we're getting more interesting games this show.
Okay, what's this game? Oh no!
I don't know what that game is.
Yeah,
Really don't know.
Looks interesting though.
Yeah.
Survival Machine coming to Steam.
Not surprised.
Another world premiere. A game that will smother you, I think that's what it said.
Uncontrollably. Oh. Horrific.
I can say with great interesting.
Okay.
Doki Doki Literacy Club Plus.
Oh, what is this? What is this, folks?
Oh, I know this game. Don't get me started, bud.
I think that game does look familiar someplace.
It's on PC. That's probably why.
Oh, probably, folks.
Coming to PC and all consoles. Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, I think I'm familiar with what that game is. Or one of this series, really. That's true. That is never good for kids. Well, we're getting interesting stuff today. Finally, about time.
I had a feeling IGN wasn't going to let us down today.
I am excited for that one. What about you, Brian?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Well, that Sherlock Holmes game looks pretty cool, and also as a man and living in the post-pandemic, I'd sure love to have a platonic business relationship with Watson to solve crimes and such. Old hands. But let's keep this train going by tossing it to the developers over at Gearbox for a breakdown of the Wonderlands trailer. This new game is set in the Borderlands universe and inspired by Tiny Tina's tabletop adventures. Let's take a look at Wonderlands.
Oh, by the way, guys, I learned something new. That game over there we're just watching, if you guys did not know, this is actually a spin-off of Borderlands series.
Oh, yeah. Key thing for anybody who watches this later. This is not related to any of the Borderlands games, period. I mean, it is technically, but not in terms of story.
That's what I'm saying. This is a spin-off of Borderlands.
Exactly. So don't expect any tie-ins to Borderlands 3 or such. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some cameos from characters from the Borderlands series, but outside of that,
we don't know yet, of course.
So on your quest to defeat villain the Dragon Lord, you're going to fight a variety of monsters, from shambling skeletons to, like this, sharks with legs. So designing for this chaotic brand of fantasy lets us run wild with our imagination. So you can expect some slightly warped takes on high fantasy. The awesome Gabe Kunda voices the mysterious figure that you hear in this trailer. Now, he's not the protagonist. Players can actually create and customize their own multi-class heroes in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Players won't literally customize their weapons, but you will collect a wide variety of loot and a wide variety of rarities. So you have guns, spells, melee weapons, and of course you'll have your skills that you can use. And then you'll be able to find loot like armor and amulets and more. Spells are a big part of our combat loop, and while it's true we do not have grenades in this game, we actually like to think of our spells more as mini skills because of their power and their behaviors.
interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible. We have the headstrong Captain Valentine, the rule-obsessed robot Fret, and of course our tyrant villain Dragon Lord, and Tiny Tina, and they're all brought to life by these great actors. And of course, enter a magical diamond binacorn leaping in to save the day here. This speaks to the wild and irreverent humor in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Now, all of this takes place in a game within a game as players experience a round of bunkers and badasses, a chaotic fantasy tabletop adventure where anything can happen. The very unpredictable Tiny Tina makes the rules, she changes the world on the fly, and guides players on their epic fantasy journey. Now, a lot of the tone and humor in this story springs from this chaos. This takes place in Dragon Keep, but if you don't know what that means, that's okay, because this is a brand new adventure in a brand new world in the mind of Tiny Tina, playing bunkers and badasses. We absolutely love Tina and the crazy world that we're creating, and it's been an absolute joy working on this game. So we're very excited for everyone to share in this experience when it launches next year.
Next year. Huh. Well, that's something that I bet you Borderland fans would look forward to, but for me, it's not so exciting for me, but yeah.
I said it, and I don't care who hears me say something so brave yet so controversial. Anyway, we got more games coming up on the IGN Expo. Summer of Gaming 2021 returns, so don't go anywhere. Don't. That's a threat. It's not a threat. I mean, it's just.
All right. We won't go anywhere, man. We won't. Yes.
Oh, don't use that scissors on us.
Yeah, don't use those scissors. I might just clip out of here.
maybe I should snip clip out of here.
The Tomorrow War. Okay.
The official battery sponsor of Summer of Gaming 2024, and presented by USAA Insurance and Army National Guard. Pursue multiple paths while you serve. Reach your greatest potential with Army National Guard.
Summer of Gaming.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for
Okay, so some ads. So we got some time to talk. All right. So what do you think so far, bud?
So far, I would say this is a lot more better than the last show. So far, I hate to be honest, but it's actually getting much better.
And that's saying something because IGN's not usually the best.
Yeah, that's because they are finally able to releasing some interesting games.
Indeed.
But Wonderland,
for example, that Creed boxing game looks very fun.
Oh, that boxing game's just looks pretty fantastic. I never expect we get into the boxing games that soon.
Same here.
Crazy.
Eating an apple, guys. Ooh. IGN has a store?
Wow, IGN.
Well, in that case, I gotta check this out later.
Never expected they have one.
Neither did I.
What's this? Oh, they're just showing Marvel stuff.
Whether it's the latest superhero scoop, film fiasco, or anime announcement, I'll be here covering all the breaking movie, TV, and streaming news that matters most.
Hey, he's stealing our job.
No kidding.
Welcome back to IGN Summer of Gaming Expo. I'm glad you stuck around and I didn't have to use these scissors. Time to get rid of them.
Hey, easy there, man.
Give it to me.
Anyway, let's check out some more trailers. Any guess on what we might see now, Akeem?
Come on. For that one civic game to be announced, but I'm not expecting it. What's DLC?
DLC, what we got.
DLC, what we got. Good one.
It hurt me to say. Okay, good. Physically hurt.
DLC. For what, I wonder?
Exclusive.
What is this? Oh, I think I know that game. I think I know this game. I think I know this is that one game that was announced in Game Awards. Yep, I know this game. This was announced in the DLC. Not DLC. This was announced in Game Awards last year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is the one game that looked interesting though. I got a friend of mine. I got a friend of mine who's interested in this game.
Same here. Well, I'm interested.
Well, I just meant somebody else.
Yeah, obviously. Oh boy. Whoa! Whoa! Ooh! Sun Fu coming to PlayStation 4 and 5 and Epic Game Store.
Looks like Legos.
The world of Wild West Destiny. Yeah, this feels like Legos. Oh, looks like they're showing how this game was made. So they started out with Legos for the design. That's actually pretty cool.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so this is how the game actually looks like. That's actually pretty awesome. The world of Wild West Destiny. Wild West Destiny. Coming to Steam.
Very nice.
I know what you're thinking. Who is that gorgeous amphibian? And how can I be as successful as him? Well, I'll tell you, kiddo. You gotta come to Radlandia, the place of opportunity. Where even the ice cream streams have hit the big time. Go-getting attitude, making it happen in the streets. And Oh, the streets, kid. Forget paved with gold. Here, there's nothing but miles of the smoothest concrete ramps and grinds everywhere. Makes you want to grab your board and... Hold on, you can skate, right? Whatever, you pick it up. Or not. Look, it's fine. Your skills, my connections, ain't nothing we can't achieve. There's a whole world out there to discover. It's time to shine, my humanoid friend. Let's roll.
Ooh, this looks fun.
Looks like a skateboard game of some sort.
What's with it with skateboard games lately? We've seen a ton since Tony Hawk's Skater came out.
Oh yeah, but that's okay though.
Oh yeah, I'm not against it, of course. Of course, I'm just surprised.
Oh yeah, I know.
Snowboarding games to fill in that gap of best that's tricky.
I would assume this is like one of those games that is like an indie game.
A skateboard. Oh, it's Ollie Ollie World. I figured I recognized this art design. Coming to all systems, as predicted.
Right.
World premiere. Cyber Interactive.
I think I know that company. I don't know what this is. This might look familiar. You know, what if this is a sequel from the game called World War Z or something? Or is this a part of like an add-on to that game? Who knows?
We'll see. We'll see.
Because I do recognize that type of a game like this.
I do too.
Today we claw back from the brink. Today we make a stand.
What
Yep,
was
called
after
it.
that?
Called it.
Nice job, bud.
Sorry, but that game looks familiar.
Sifu and World War Z Aftermath, among others. Now, I can ramble all day about how great those reveals were, but you know, why ramble when we got Bramble? Now, this upcoming game.
Oh, yeah, Joshua, it is another skateboard game. It was called Ori Ori World.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's skateboard platformer. Okay, this one's a bloody game, so if any kids are watching, go away, shoot.
I don't think I recognize this game at all.
Neither do I.
A lot of us wouldn't recognize it.
Either way, I will say it's pretty gory.
Oh, I had no glory before, but it's just me. It feels like Chucky a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is based off of Chucky.
If it was, that is.
Uh-oh. Bramble.
This might be like one of those indie games.
Looks like it. It's giving me Chucky vibes.
Me
I'm not
too,
sure if
man.
that's a good thing or not.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind Chucky. I mean, I'm used to Chucky. I've been watching one of the Chucky's movies before, but
coming 2022, wish list now.
There. Okay, that's interesting.
That definitely seems like some people are horror fans.
on this one. You can definitely, from now on, call me a brambling man.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, the game looks really awesome. I just feel like you're really excited about the repeated stabbing thing. That seems like you're honing into that specifically. You seem very into that.
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about that. I will say if they were trying to give me Chucky vibes, they did a good job because I got complete vibes from that.
Me too, man. So I'm gonna give it the developers. Good job for making me think that way.
Yep, if that's what you were aiming for, you pretty much got it on the dot.
So you mean like how about this? How about like skating with birds, like skatebirds?
Oh, I know this next game. It's Skatebird.
Very specific.
Oh, you caught on pretty good on this one. Skatebirds.
Skatebird. All right, here we go.
Skatebird.
And there it is. We've seen this game several times before.
Oh, so that means we're getting like another. This is funny.
Ooh, this looks fun.
Wow, we're getting more skateboard games, man. What the heck?
Well, looks like we're going to be seeing a skateboard resurgence, as I call it.
Well, that's good then. A lot of these people would want that. And plus, what?
No, you first.
Plus, I've been getting into that one series called SSX lately, and that series is pretty good.
Hopefully we see a resurgence of snowboard games. Huh?
The last
I don't get why it's skateboarding with birds, but I'm not gonna judge the developer's choice of the player character for this one. Besides, I think it's funny.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. But yeah, our last snowboarding game was steep, I believe.
Yep.
Wow, what a day. Well, that's all the time we have here on IGN Expo. I want to thank my hairstylist. I want to thank Ryan, hold on. Wait, are you insane, man? We're only halfway through. What are you doing? Oh, wow. Well, this event is stacked with even more exclusive reveals and brand new trailers than I could have reasonably anticipated. Clearly,
I was about to say if that's all, guys, that was almost fast, like Sonic fast.
That's right.
Right.
I want to thank my friends. I want to thank
Blah 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 blah. Can they cut to the commercial break already before this guy goes on?
Yep.
Thank you, IGN.
By Duracell Optimum. All summer long, we're bringing you the game announcements, developer interviews, and all the demos you care about.
Thank you.
And get ready to play. Upgrade your Xbox controller with.
Hey, it's the same color controller as me. See?
Oh yeah.
Blue controller.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never before seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and
So far, so good. We've seen some pretty interesting games this time. Some stuff that me and Ethan are a little bit more familiar with.
Yeah, at least it isn't too bad so far, at least. But yeah, at least the good thing is they didn't make me that bored. That's good.
Indeed. I'm definitely getting that Skaterbird game for sure. I think that's gonna be my game for August.
Oh yeah.
But that Amble. Oh, I can't wait to see reactions to that for sure.
Yeah, the boxing game was pretty interesting.
Indeed. We are IGN. We just don't mainly pay attention to you guys.
I know.
Memes, and a whole lot more. Be part of the
That was a
conversation
meme?
throughout the year.
Yep.
I've seen better memes than that.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. Pokemon, Arceus, and then we got. Oh, okay. Stop making me look at that Final Fantasy DLC.
I want to thank DuckTales. I want to thank Anthony Franco's Pizzeria.
Is he done yet? Seriously, he's going on like I go on with about Sonic. Sonic.
The summer of gaming, and you found yourself knee-deep in IGN Expo. Yes, we are jam-packed with some of the most unique games you'll see first right here on IGN.
Speaking of which, you know what I miss most during quarantine? Helping and moving friends. I just really
helping and moving friends.
Lifting it up in the air, and if you're a weirdo like me, then you probably get the sheer joy of games like Power Wash Simulator and Teardown. Well, keep an eye out in our next set of trailers for Unpacking. Probably the best unpacking.
Unpacking? Oh my gosh, I've been looking forward to that game.
There's also like a bunch of other.
Unpacking? Huh.
It's hard to explain. You'll see when you see the trailer, bud.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, guys, speaking of unpacking, that's also going to be in tomorrow's Wholesome Deluxe, so be sure to look forward to it there, too. There it is!
Oh,
unpacking!
indie game. Okay.
Basically, you're unpacking this room.
I see. Sounds like you're familiar with this game.
Yes, this was in the last Wholesome Deluxe.
I see.
Coming to Steam and Nintendo Switch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm buying on Switch. Oh, it's 2 Point Campus. We saw this yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
What?
Yeah, we did.
Ah, yep. So, for those who don't know what 2 Point Campus is, this is another spin-off of 2 Point Hospital. You know, the wacky hospital simulator.
Not only that, this was probably developed. I don't think it's developed or published by Sega.
Sega owns the studio 2 Point Studios, so yes, you are correct. It is published by Sega, but developed by 2 Point Studios.
Right.
Oh, and don't worry about just skipping any platform. It's coming to everything. Switch, PC, PlayStation, Xbox. So you won't miss a thing. But it's sadly not coming till next year, so you'll have to wait till you get your wacky school shenanigans on until later.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's just a super quick peek, but that's just a taste of what's to come in 2 Point Campus, which is out in 2022.
I want it now, though. It looks so good.
You'll get it. We just don't know when it comes out. Hey, free? Oh, nice.
For a free item at launch.
Yep.
What's this? Arcade Up. Whoa!
Street Fighter.
Oh, and then a Street Fighter 2 related thing. Huh. Why am I not surprised?
What are they going to do next? I'm not sure. Oh, I recognize this game. My friend wants this game really bad. He wants this game so bad.
Oh, I bet one of Arcade is announcing some new arcade cabinets they're going to be distributing. In case you don't know, they'll actually make us of new cabinets for old classic arcade games.
Right.
Okay, what's this? You got me, Joshua! A lot more entertaining than yesterday's stream, that's for sure.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing God who's watching everything we do.
An all-seeing God? A recreation of the acclaimed mod. Huh.
How is it that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them? Salve, friend. I'm Galerius.
Coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch at PC as well. The Forgotten City. Another one. Here we go.
Don't know what this game is.
It's your fate to strategy. Raging war between four factions.
Wow.
This looks like a PC game or something.
This definitely reminds me of some of the PC games I've seen on there. Steam for sure.
Yup, no doubt in my mind either.
Disciples Liberation.
You just saw the trailers for Unpacking, Disciples Liberation, Unpacking, and before that was The Forgotten City, and also Unpacking.
Yeah, there's a lot of unpacking there. Now, Brian, you might remember our next game made waves when it was first announced 3 years ago, but we haven't heard a ton from the team lately. Now, with that said, the little fox who stars in this Zelda-ish indie title still looks just as cute.
A Zelda-ish indie title? The only indie title I know that matches that description will be Oceanhorn.
Tunic has been a darling of the gaming scene for several years now, and that's been its one and only problem. It's been quite a while since we first saw it, and it's still not out yet. The same demo has been making the rounds for many moons, but one-man developer Andrew Schuldeis's absolutely adorable fox and his Zelda-like adventure is finally almost ready, and we got an exclusive hands-on with the all-new E3 2021 demo that's coming to your Xbox on June 15th.
Oh, wait. So this is going to be part of that Xbox Demo Fest that they're going to be doing on the Xbox. Which, yes, in case you didn't know, I will be covering. If my week didn't already have to be busy.
Yep.
Thanks, Microsoft. I really appreciate it.
From simple blobs to laser turrets to a giant bone monster that, try as I might, with every power-up I could find in the demo, like ice bombs and sticks of dynamite, I could not bring down. I presume I'll be more powerful later on in the full game to come back and conquer it, but the demo makes it clear that there are going to be places that you probably shouldn't go yet, no matter how tempted you are to get through the doors the toughest creatures are guarding. Speaking of which, who the heck is this fox? What is going on in this world? What does the in-game language mean, and will I ever be able to translate it? And why are there help screens in the world modeled after old-school video game instruction manuals and strategy guides? I love the added sense of mystery and intrigue that Tunic brings that it absolutely doesn't need to. The gameplay would be just as fun and the presentation just as compelling without them, but they're there, and they make me want to play more to uncover the answers to those questions.
A game that I don't know too much about yet surrounded a mystery already. I'm not sure if that's a good marketing technique.
Yeah, I know.
Dice very politely requested that I not spoil any of them for you before you have a chance to play the demo for yourself, so I'll just say this. Put yourself in a Zelda mindset, and you'll probably have some good ideas of where to look. Dice told me that there are
a Zelda mindset? Oh dear. Well, I guess I'll see when I play this game on my Xbox.
They're talking about Legend of Zelda. Probably.
Here has plenty of layers to it. While you can save your progress at various shrines, doing so resets all the monsters. So there will be a constant tug of war between taking risks to progress and playing it safe. I do appreciate how there are environmental shortcuts that open up as you go, meaning that if you die, and believe me, you will die, respawning at the last save point means you won't have to walk as far or fight through everything all over again in order to get where you're going. But this world is clearly a big one, just like any Zelda-style game worth its salt. Finally, allow me to state the obvious. Tunic looks and sounds beautiful.
I won't lie when I say it definitely looks good. Good. But will be intriguing enough for me to consider this just as good as Ocean One. Because Ocean One I consider to be a pretty good indie for Zelda-like
Oh,
game.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Modern in both the audio and visual departments in a way that gives it a wholly unique look and feel. I absolutely love it. And with that, I hope
Don't mind the conversation back there, guys.
and after you do, I have little doubt that Tunic will not be ping on your
Yeah, the kitchen, the backsplash on the kitchen counter.
the process. While Shola has a concrete release date for Tunic, more reason than ever to believe that 2021 is finally the year. For more on Tunic, don't miss more gameplay from the old demo, and for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
IGN Expo is just reaching its peak, so don't go anywhere. Right now, we've got 6 fresh trailers loaded up like glass cartridges in a laser pistol aimed at the heart of your boredom. I know y'all get bored.
Wow, they shoot a laser pistol at the heart of boredom. That's an apt metaphor, Keem. It's also really dark and slightly messed up. Anyway, our first trailer involves a show I know everyone loves, Saint Ranger Things. Following the adventures of Saint Ranger, the only
Saint Ranger?
ever be seen.
Can't say I've heard of it. How about you?
I don't know, man.
That's a typo. It says Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things. Oh, okay. Okay.
I know Stranger Things.
Or Smitty.
Oh, we saw this yesterday.
Yep. Showing the same stuff as always. What is this?
Split gate, free for everyone.
Yeah. I don't even know what this game is.
I don't either, bud. Splitgate, available free for everyone on July 27th. Oh, it's Streets of Rage 4. I knew this was coming.
Oh, yeah. World premiere.
World premiere? Of
And
what?
what is this?
Go right ahead, Joshua. Me and these people aren't going anywhere.
Yep.
Court Keeper. Wish list now on Steam.
I don't know what this game is.
Neither do I. Straight coming to Steam.
No
World
premiere.
premiere. From the internet's biggest gaming brand, with over 2 billion streams, comes the first musical crashing action battler. Create a band that puts you at the top of the charts.
That's nice.
coming to Steam Q3 2021. Auto Clash Battle of the Bands.
Woo, now that was the new game, Battle of the Bands. I can't wait for that one.
That one's definitely something I'm going to add to my list of games to hope to come for console. I love some musical games. We don't get enough of those.
10 more minutes, man.
You know what? Fortunately, you can still watch ads in the bathroom from your phone or your laptop. So take it to the toilet, y'all.
Well, guys, just so you know, fools who are Sparrow fans, so far we're not getting good luck here.
Yep. looks like our time's in the looks running out.
So I can be honest, I don't think we're gonna get it here, guys. It looks like might not get it here.
Unfortunately, unless it's in this last lot of trailers,
or in the other game or other show, I believe.
GameSpot Playfall.
Yeah.
But so far, even without you know what I gotta say, this is probably 10 times better than what the Summer Game Fest was.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's a lot better, unfortunately. But I mean, again, I'm not talking bad about this guy who still hosts the show. I try to explain myself again. I know that some of you are like, "Hey, are you bashing the guy?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. He's just doing his job. That's not his fault."
Yeah. Specifically last year, he probably did a better job than he did this year. This year, there is E3, so.
Yeah, so maybe the people are just deciding like they want to reveal there and there. That's probably on these people, probably.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily his fault. And he said he's going to be doing stuff all summer long, so more than likely we'll see some more good stuff from him eventually. It's just that his kickoff wasn't really all that but good of a kickoff, I'll be honest.
It's not the best kickoff. Alright, so last batch of the trailers, but I got a good gut instinct one might not get it here.
Me too.
Spar 4, I mean.
Yep. Same here, bud.
Make sure to catch the Fix Entertainment on IGN for you.
Well, if it comes a miracle.
I'll be surprised.
I just don't see we might get a miracle. I mean, I try not to keep being negative about it, but I just don't see it, man.
I just don't see it either, man. And that's honesty and finest from both of us.
Yep.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to IGN Expo, part of IGN Summer Gaming.
A whole summer of gaming, and we're dishing up hot trailers and plenty of them. Barbecue, summertime, sand, the beach, kissing under the boardwalk. All the summer stuff you love and
Yeah.
just made up.
Except for kissing under the boardwalk.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, I will admit they must have been a lot funnier too.
It's funny though. As I predicted, we might not get Spar 4. Surprise? Not really.
Yeah, me neither.
It's just the long gray hair that makes her look old. But she's pretty young, actually. Here's a black kitty. She built herself a shelter out of wood and pieces of old cloth. I think it was standing on a chicken leg. It's made of gingerbread chocolate candy and a lot of icing.
She cooks in a big black cauldron over the fire. Probably bats, spiders, mushrooms.
I don't know. I'm not interested in that game.
Me neither.
You want to know if all of that was real? Well, even if it wasn't before, it certainly is now.
Am I seeing things? Or did she have a hunting dog?
What is this game?
Ugh. Blacktail. Coming this winter to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S.
Hey, it
and
looks like a Pac-Man logo there.
Oh yeah, had to see. Oh, Switch.
I don't know what this game is.
We train, we fight to push our limits. But what are yours? You have nothing to lose. And so the sheep becomes the shepherd, culling out this fool's paradise. What do you do with becoming sorry? The immortals of Koch stomach nothing to preserve their immortality. You lack the conviction to do what is necessary. Fate is not so easily broken.
Don't know what this game is.
Continue to feed into this cycle of death. Your life doesn't deserve to fade just yet. You remember our deal, don't you?
Death's Gone Black Afterlife.
It's alright, I guess. World premiere. What's this? This looks like anime game.
Tiny Build, Hungry Conch, Fight on Land,
Oh.
Fight in the Skies, Explore the Skylands, Customize and Craft,
Yep.
Black
I've
Skyland.
been able to stream though.
They were too many, too strong, and made of steel.
It was too one-sided. We were slow.
The machines wouldn't even let me flee.
I was burned and was lost, short of a miracle.
Steel Rising.
Ooh. Wow.
You know what they're talking about perfect ticket. Perfect ticket.
Unbound, Worlds Apart.
Now, you just saw trailers for Blacktail, Black Skylands, Steel Rising.
Well, this might be it, folks.
You can actually play that last one, the demo, right now on your Nintendo Switch. And it's all part of IGN Expo here on IGN Summer of Gaming. Brand new game trailers and reveals exclusively at IGN. Yes, and in case more new game reveals wasn't enough for you, we have plenty more to come. And in the past, that's right, y'all. Y'all need to understand. We're living in the middle of a fast live stream of trailers right now. Can you see them, Brian? Can you see the trailers? They're all around. I kind of came in. That's because I hit my head earlier this morning. So yes, we've got 4 more game trailers to unveil, and we're going to do that without further ado. While I make sure my friend Akeem here is okay. Oh, yes, I see them, Brian. The trailers, they're everywhere.
I didn't know it yet.
Time is like gravity. We are constantly falling forward.
What is going on here?
Give me 1 second, buddy. Laptop's acting up again.
Yeah.
Well, you know, folks that fight drop all these
Yeah, we'll be waiting, guys.
I don't know what it's not.
Guess this is it, bud, huh?
Yep. They had some more, but I think we're gonna stop it for there. So, what'd you think of IGN Expo, bud?
Hey, at least it's more better than it was yesterday, that's for sure.
Yep. I would personally give this one probably maybe 5.5 out of 10.
5.5 out of 10, you say?
Yep.
Mine's like around 6 out of 10 just because a few games I was interested. But other than that, that still doesn't put it like I like it the best though.
Obviously. All right. So far, we've had one Marco show and one so show.
Yup.
Let's hope it stops picking up the pace here, or E3's gonna end up being probably the worst summer show we've seen, and that's coming from both of us.
Yup. I guess you could say hopefully the other shows will be good, but other than that, it looks like to me, looks like Spar 4 will have the last chance in GameSpot. If it doesn't get announced there or anywhere else, then it's expected. I knew Activision is killing off the Spiral's hopes right there.
Yep. All right. I guess that's it for now. So, Ethan, when are you going to be doing your live streams?
My live stream probably like until I'm not sure what time, but maybe like within an hour or so. We'll see.
All right. Right, so within an hour or so, guys, Ethan will be back with his live stream of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yeah, again, I'll let MC know when I am gonna be doing my live stream. I'll let him know.
Yeah, and then yes, and then Ethan will be playing for a little bit, showing you guys what the game is all about. An hour should give Ethan plenty of time to get some more hands-on with the game. Just so you guys know, Ethan will be a little bit farther in terms of progress, so he won't be starting from the complete beginning, unless there's more than one save file. Is there, bud?
Oh, there is more save data. I just had to delete that one and then just redo it again. So because I try to like not to see some scenes before I do the live stream and all that. So, but I might have a special guest in the stream. So just so you know,
a special guest.
I might.
Huh. Okay. Well, you heard him, guys. We might have a special guest on the stream then. Then this should be interesting.
I said I might means maybe. Yeah, this is yeah.
But yeah, all right. Well, that's all for now, guys. I will see. You say goodbye to Ethan after the live stream today, though, because after this, Ethan will be here all day Saturday. So next time you'll see him will be Sunday. So, if you missed the live stream tonight, of course it will be up on YouTube for all of you to watch. But unfortunately, beyond that, if you do miss it, well, say goodbye to Ethan because he won't be there all day Saturday. It's gonna be his day off, you could per se.
Yes.
And then Sunday, he will be back with me for Square Enix's presentation, which, of course, we gotta see if there's anything Final Fantasy 16 related, because Ethan has been dying to play that one.
Oh, that's for sure.
But yeah, all right, that's all for now, guys. This is yours truly, Music Clues.
Ethan signing out.
And y'all have a nice
gaming day. See ya.
See ya.